Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Newsbrowse News broadcast. From Al Jazeera, Iran's Foreign Minister Abbas Araqchi has urged fellow BRICS Plus nations to condemn what he described as violations of international law by the United States and Israel. Speaking at a two-day meeting in New Delhi, Araqchi accused the United Arab Emirates, a U.S. ally and fellow BRICS Plus member, of direct involvement in military operations against Iran. He stated that Iran is a victim of illegal expansionism and warmongering, and called on the expanded bloc, comprising Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, Egypt, Ethiopia, Indonesia, Iran, and the UAE, to resist Western hegemony. Tehran launched strikes on U.S. military sites and assets in Gulf states, including the UAE, in response to U.S. and Israeli attacks on Iran. India, hosting the event, acknowledged the considerable flux in international relations, with Gulf shipping disruptions and the Strait of Hormuz situation significantly impacting global oil and gas markets and causing strain on India's economy. Efforts to achieve a joint statement have been complicated by internal divisions, as one member reportedly pushed for language condemning Iran. According to the Liberty Times, U.S. President Donald Trump announced today during an exclusive interview with Fox News' Sean Hannity that China has agreed to purchase 200 aircraft from American manufacturer Boeing. Trump, currently on a visit to Beijing, described the deal as a big deal that would generate many jobs. He noted that Boeing had sought 15 aircraft but secured an order for 200. However, Agence France Presse reported that Boeing's stock price declined following the release of the news segment. Earlier, U.S. media had speculated that China might place orders for approximately 500 single-aisle Boeing 737 MAX jets, in addition to 100 larger aircraft such as the 787 Dreamliner and Boeing 777 models. Boeing did not immediately respond to AFP's request for comment. Boeing CEO Kelly Ortberg, a member of the U.S. delegation at the Beijing summit, had previously expressed optimism about a potential Chinese order, stating that it was 100% dependent on U.S.-China negotiations and the relationship between the two countries. Boeing's last significant order from Chinese authorities occurred in 2017 during Trump's first presidential term, encompassing 300 aircraft, both single-aisle and twin-aisle, with an estimated value of $37 billion. According to Sing Tao, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu announced on Thursday that he plans to pursue legal action against the New York Times. This comes after an article by veteran journalist Nicholas Kristof accused Israeli soldiers, prison guards, and settlers of widespread sexual violence against detained Palestinians. Netanyahu condemned the report as a blood libel and criticized its attempt to draw a false moral equivalence between Hamas militants and Israeli forces. He affirmed that Israel would combat these falsehoods in both the court of public opinion and actual legal proceedings. The New York Times, in response, issued a statement defending its reporting. Spokesperson Charlie Statlander stated that Kristof's interviews with 14 male and female witnesses were cross-referenced with other witnesses, family members, and lawyers whenever possible, and the details underwent extensive fact-checking. The article also suggested that U.S. taxpayer funds contribute to Israel's security apparatus, making the U.S. indirectly involved in the alleged sexual violence. Both the United Nations and various human rights organizations have documented instances of sexual violence by both Israeli and Hamas forces since the October 7, 2023, attacks and the subsequent conflict in Gaza. Netanyahu had previously threatened to sue the New York Times over a report concerning the Gaza famine, but ultimately did not proceed with the lawsuit. Al Jazeera reports that Cuba is grappling with a deepening nationwide fuel crisis. According to Cuban officials, the country has completely run out of diesel and fuel oil, leading to widespread disruption. This severe shortage has triggered extensive blackouts and a partial collapse of the national power grid. Residents in the capital city of Havana have reportedly endured prolonged electricity cuts, lasting up to 22 hours. The article highlights that these dire circumstances are occurring amid a long-standing U.S. blockade on the island, which is exacerbating the crisis. City News Everywhere reports that polycystic ovary syndrome, PCOS, a hormonal condition affecting 1 in 8 women worldwide, has officially been renamed polyendocrine metabolic ovarian syndrome, PMOS. This significant change, published in The Lancet after 14 years of expert and patient collaboration, aims to improve patient care and understanding. Researchers and proponents argued that the old name, PCOS, was inaccurate and misleading, reducing a complex endocrine disorder to a narrow focus on ovarian cysts, which contributed to misdiagnoses and inadequate treatment. PMOS is characterized by hormone fluctuations impacting metabolic, mental, and reproductive health, as well as skin. It is linked to metabolic syndrome, increasing risks for type 2 diabetes, heart disease, and stroke. Symptoms vary, but often include irregular periods and excess androgens, leading to acne or hair growth, thinning. While it is the most common cause of female infertility, most affected individuals can still achieve pregnancy. Treatment typically involves lifestyle adjustments such as diet and exercise, alongside medications like metformin or hormonal birth control, with individualized management being crucial. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.